You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
So, Jess, it seems like Marcus didn't get the memo that today was Black Hood Day, you know?
Hey,
I had it on, too, and then I was
Did you?
Yeah, I took it off.
You just have to go against the grain, don't you? You just have to be special.
A little bit. I wanted my earring to flourish, make sure that the people could see my new Christmas gift that you got me. So I wanted everybody to know.
Glad he's wearing those shits because those weren't cheap.
Right. But yeah, it's a new me.
I don't know if it is a new you, brother, because you got the low beard and the long hair. You're looking like 06 Trufant. Just
taking
saying.
it back to a previous me, then that could be a newer me, I guess. But yeah,
you're taking it back to the old school because you're an old fool.
I mean, I hit the grays a little bit too, man. The little the Beijing 58, not the black, but the black brown, so you don't look too tarish or like you painted your stuff on. So it's just a little bit more discreet.
I love it. So. Today's episode is some good stuff. I remember last week we were telling people to send in their, comments or situations. And and we didn't have the email up yet, but, we do have the DMs. And so this is one that we got. Got a few, but this one is interesting. It's about a guy's fiance who went on a podcast similar to something like ours, and she talked about hooking up with NBA players and high finance guys and made him seem like he was the fallback option. So do you guys want to hear his whole explanation real quick? I kind of got a quick summary of it.
Absolutely.
All right. Boy.
Yes.
So she went on this podcast with her friends and talked about her relationship and how when she turned 29, that's when she wanted to start settling down and date with a purpose, right? So she ended up meeting him. And she described him as good looking but nerdy, and said that he was never the hot guy to women. So women never looked at him as he was like the hot guy. Doing this on public platform, by the way, right? Let's not forget, guys, this is all on a podcast. So then she said, right. So then she said, dating this good guy, but he's a nerdy guy. She's pretty much telling women like, hey, when you settle down, you're going to have to make some trade-offs, meaning that he might not be 6'4", and then goes on to say that you might not marry the guy that has the big dick that's ready to go all the time. Now, he took that personal because in the beginning of their relationship, he had slight ED problems, erectile dysfunction issues. His dick wasn't getting up, and she made a big deal out of that. And so now he's in this position where he feels like she's kind of just openly just disrespected him on public platform, and he wants to know if he should stay with her or break off the engagement.
First of all,
engaged.
Somebody shared all this?
That's tough.
Yes.
About the erectile dysfunction and all?
The lady, because the gentleman thought that was in confidence with his lady, and they got this thing together. They're about to get married, et cetera,
but he still shared it again.
No, she shared it.
Right, but so he's sharing that with us.
Oh, okay.
So he said that he had slight ED issues in the beginning, so he's probably at this point taking a pill.
You're very
or doing
brave.
Something to help with his ED issues or whatever.
Thank you for sharing. Drop that bitch. Just kidding. And you know what?
Touching.
Like it is. Like the old me would be like, drop kick that girl. But she had some very valid points. There are trade-offs. You are not going to get this 6'5" big dick, just fucking, I don't know, Idris Elba person. You're just not going to get that role with the finance. Most likely, you're not going to get that. And if you do get that, you probably don't even really have that. He's probably not even really with you like that, right? So I believe there are trade-offs. I think it is a bit foul to go on there and bash your fiance or speak about somebody that you plan on spending the rest of your life with. She could have chosen her words differently. You can prove your point without saying stuff like that. So I believe she is not okay for doing that. But I do get some of what she was saying, and he has a right to be upset. But, okay, let's go back to this girl. What does she got? What does she look like? Is she a winner? If so, okay, I'd stay with her. If you find any flaw, get rid of her. No, I'm kidding. But
okay, all right.
No, but I'm serious. The same thing that she kind of did to, he could.
Well, this is.
Are you settling? If you're not, then
let's come back to the planet. Let's get back to reality. This young lady, to me, sounds immature. When you're saying, okay, this is what it's okay to have standards, right? It's okay but you're pretty much creating a created player, right? For those who don't know what that is, you go on a video game and you could do all these different things and you can make your guy
big dick,
the perfect guy.
Money.
Yeah. Big dick. He got us, he's
swagger.
Tall. He's got his money. He got all this stuff, right? And to be honest, that's usually what dudes do, right? My lady has to be like this. She got to be shaped like this.
Right,
and
so we have a right to do that
yeah,
too.
Hey. And then, so just the reality of that, it just sounds like it's immature way of thinking. People have fantasies, people have things, but let's get real. Does this dude take care of you? Does he make you feel good? If the sex is uncomfortable and there is some issues, maybe you may not be able to work through that, but to go out and blast a man out loud is unfortunate. If you don't like him, that's something you do if you don't like somebody. If
are you happy
with somebody?
Question.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's not a game. That was something that's supposed to be in confidence. So to me, it sounds like the young lady's immature and she's not ready to settle down and be in a real relationship if she can't even respect the guy. And unless people are sick these days and people do stuff on purpose. So I don't know if this was a thing on purpose. Maybe they are playing with our Gmail and they coming in there just trying to see what we would say. But if this is a real situation, it's very immature on the lady's part, and the dude has the right to be pissed off.
Right. Yeah, I agree. He has the right to be pissed off, and I agree it is immature, and she couldn't be that great, because if she was dating all these ballers and all this kind of stuff and ain't not one of them married you, I guess you had to settle.
They like you, but they only like you for a night.
Ooh.
No disrespect. Or with all due respect. To the streets. Yeah, man, that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? That's an unfortunate thing, man. I hope we can reach out to this guy and make sure he's good.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
Check the Gmail. I'm going to get on there, man, and check my guy and make sure he's all right.
Send a wellness checkout or some shit like that?
Yeah. We got to stick together, man.
I don't know. My thing is, there is a reason why people are in your life, even though she's claiming that pretty much he isn't shit. The
nerdy, not hot guy.
Oh God, is there anything else? God, Jesus. But maybe
it works for her, right?
It's got to work for him.
Actually, she is to the point where she's maybe settling because she's chasing this dream or chasing this fantasy that's not really working out.
I know a few people like that.
Right. And you continue to chase and then you look up. I don't know how old she is, Kale, but you look up and you're...
He said 29?
Okay. Well,
I mean, that's not very old.
Yeah, that's not. But if she keeps at this rate, though...
Well, that's when she started to settle down and wanted to date with purpose. So at this point,
what was she doing before? If she wasn't dating with a purpose, Kale, I want you to say it.
Oh, she was getting her back blown out, clearly.
For fun.
Yeah, and
that's okay, though.
Her dating for purpose is to date somebody that you clearly don't like. But that's dating with a purpose.
But you like the security of finding, or the fantasy again. Again, it's a fantasy. This lady
does this guy have money?
This dude or this lady's in the clouds to me. She's a terrible human being. Is
you
what
don't
it sounds
say
like to
he
me.
doesn't say stuff like that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Wow.
It's starting to click now. It's starting to click and it's coming together.
I told you, and you just said come back down to reality. I pretty much said the same thing.
I know, but I'm just saying
and you just called her a terrible human
just
being.
an unrealistic space that she's in, right? Sometimes people do have the perfect thing and what some may look like is fantasy, right? But again, you look at all these movie stars and people that have all this money and look
what we've been groomed.
Are supposed to be.
This is what we've been trained to do.
I know, but
this is
that's
how
not
we
real
are.
life, though. That's not real.
She's
if you're
learned
unhappy,
it's not real life,
or you have this trauma, you got these things going on. You can't be a good partner for somebody if you're still looking for, or you're chasing a dream, right? And I stand on it.
Well, the dream didn't want her, so.
Do you guys think maybe, okay, she's said all these things on the podcast, which obviously are pretty fucking disrespectful, but she's speaking her truth, but at the same time stays with this man because he's really a really, really good guy. Do you think that maybe him being such a good guy and being this nerdy, innocent guy really trumps all of the other things because he actually treats her right, and the other things are kind of surface of like having the big dick and being 6'4" and the looks, even though, I mean, granted, like, obviously, like, I don't care what anyone says. When people are like, well, looks don't matter to me, you're full of fucking shit.
True.
But
I agree with that.
You know
you're
what I mean?
A fucking lie.
Yeah, you're a fucking lie if you think that looks don't attribute to your attraction to somebody. But do you think though, like, personality and just a love for somebody, Jess, trumps those surface things? Is that possible? Is that even a part of human behavior?
In her case, I don't think so, because then you don't go on and discuss your man and your personal life and the way he is and who he is and how you don't do that. If that trumps all and this man treats you right and all of that, you keep that shit to yourself. You don't go on and bash your fiance like that. So
wait. But now remember, what I just read, he said that she said that, yeah, you're going to have a trade-off and you might not get the guy that has this or have the guy get that. She didn't necessarily say that was her dude. He said that he felt that he took it personal because he had these ED issues. So I think it's one of those things where only them knew. Obviously, now the rest of the world knows because he fucking told us. But you see what I'm saying? So, like, it's almost like she like hinted at it, but she said it without saying that it was actually him, though. So it's like she's not necessarily just flat out saying, "Oh yeah, my fiance, by the way, he had fucking ED issues and he's not 6'4" and his dick doesn't work."
But
like,
she also said other disparaging things about him. So naturally, I would feel that everything she's saying is secretly about me. When she said, "Oh well, he's a nerd and he," and then, you know, ladies, you're not necessarily gonna get the big. I'd be like,
which could be true,
God
though.
damn,
Which could be true.
I believe there is a trade-off.
Which is true.
Wait. Hold on, guys. Before you finish your thought, Marcus, I'm sorry, but she did say she described him as good-looking and nerdy. She didn't say he was ugly.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Right. Okay.
Right, so that's not necessarily a negative.
Well, that changes the game. Okay,
so
then, then what's the issue?
My thing is
then maybe she really was just talking.
No, but the way it came off,
what's the problem?
To me, it's like she is kind of settling and kind of dealing with this because she wants to be in a real relationship. If she goes after what she really wants and what she's really going to be fulfilled with,
dogged.
She's not going to be in a long-term relationship. But my thing is you can only wear your mask or you could play the role for so long in a relationship, and it's a bad way to start.
It is a bad way to start because trust me, we've seen several masks come off and relationships crumble.
Unless you come to a place where you can grow together and you can do some things together. But to me, it sounds like they're starting off. She's starting off.
You can't grow together with a nerd.
Yeah, you can. She's coming off as, okay, I'm gonna do this because this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna just be here because I know I can have my long-term relationship. I could have the house and the picket fence. Yeah. I think it's dirty, but
that's selfish.
This man felt enough in his soul to email us, so there is some truth to this and some
perception is reality
stuff going on,
Kelson.
And a little truth to every conversation, a little truth to every joke. She's on a podcast and she's acting and saying stuff, but some of this could be true, especially if the dude.
She needs to apologize. Apologize to your fiance right now. Shame on you for doing that. And let him now you're getting bashed on our podcast. So I guess you guys are even now. So go get married. He might get a
sponsorship though for ED. I mean, he'd be on one of those commercials.
Jesus Christ, Marcus.
And the ladies are like it too. Sorry, I couldn't wait to.
Do you guys think though, like, I don't know, because I feel like when women do things like this, it's kind of looked at as like, oh yeah, she just kind of just, she's just speaking her mind. And because if a guy were to go on something and be like, well, yeah, like I love my woman, but like her pussy's fucking feels like a fucking hollow soup can at times, and blase, blase, blase. It's like, oh my God, he's just going and just ripping into this woman and disrespecting women, blah, blah, blah.
He's bashing all women and he's doing all this stuff.
Because you guys always do that. We're just now stepping into our power.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
And now we have power and we're going to get on platforms and call our dudes nerds.
Oh, that's true, but it doesn't excuse it. Everybody has a choice. Everybody needs to be accountable.
You guys are more likely to do it though, because you guys don't have a lot of sense.
It sounds like a dude. It sounds like something that a guy that's not very informed.
But there are women who are like that, and clearly she's one of them. But I'm really trying to go back and really rethink it, and maybe she didn't mean it like that. Maybe she was just saying, I didn't get. I don't know. What is a nerd? Like, so what am I supposed to say? Like the opposite of that. I didn't get a failure. What? Nerd. Like, what is it? Do you wear tight Urkel jeans and like what?
Well, I mean, she's used to dealing with quote unquote NBA players and high finance guys. So maybe
he's a nerd in comparison.
Yeah. So a nerd in comparison, maybe just some guy that has a desk job. I don't know.
That doesn't make you a nerd.
That's social media fantasy.
A bit confused.
That's creative player. That's what you're looking for. You're like, it's weird. It's a guy
I like the girls that want to create a player because they always lose.
That's fine.
So it's like
you have to. There's more to it than that, and maybe she's just a generational thing. Could be different. Face to face and stuff. It's more social media. It's more text and DM versus real life situations. As far as interaction and dating and getting close to marriage. I don't know. I'm out the loop. I've been out the game for a while, so I don't really know what it looks like now. And
is this like shocking to him? Like, did he not know she felt
like
this way?
It sounds like it was
he
shocking.
Proposed to her and she's like, fuck.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I think it is a shock to him because it was just like she goes on this podcast and then she starts just throwing out these hints that only he would know. And it's like, damn, like you're kind of getting at me. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the only person that is going to listen to it and know, like, well, shit, I did have issues getting my dick up in the beginning. So clearly she's talking about me. Like that's a shot at his fucking manhood.
Wait.
Well, maybe instead of coming to, I highly recommend you have a conversation.
She's still with him, though.
But they need to have a talk.
That's key for me. She's still with him. So not that I'm backtracking my statements, but she is still there. Maybe she's looking for the security. She hasn't found another option quite yet. So right now he's safe. He's
wrong,
secure, et cetera, to me, it's still a bad look.
It is a bad look. So obviously you guys need to have like an open and honest conversation before you get married. Cause
I wonder if there's any kids involved.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Oh, okay.
God, for their sake. For their sake, I hope to God there isn't kids involved.
Thank God there's no kids involved. So I think they just need to talk that shit out, because now that she has kind of unmasked who she is, now that you've seen who she is, you know,
they both got decisions to make.
You make the informed decision.
And that's why he's asking us what.
Right. Well, once somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And if you believe it and you still think that, you know, she's the one, okay, don't think that you can. I can't even remember the meme, but it was just talking about women, or really women, that try to change their man. And it was a thing on Instagram. You can't change a man. You cannot change. If you're looking to change somebody, you don't need to be with them. You need to accept them as they are at that present moment, right then, right there. That's it. So if she is not accepting his nerdiness and his previous ED,
he got that thing fixed. Man.
His possible lack of NBA money, then she doesn't accept you.
One thing I will say is
shout out to whoever that was on Instagram.
One thing I will say is that I think next is a conversation. I'm not one for telling people to throw away relationships off of one situation, right?
Did I just say you guys have to have a conversation? I think I did.
Okay.
I have an idea how that conversation is going to go, though. Because for her to think that it was okay to bring it up in a podcast, I can already see her response is going to probably be something like, and I'm just shooting,
but I love you
from the hip here. I wasn't even talking about you. I didn't say it was you. I didn't say it was you had, you know, you weren't 6'4". I didn't say that it was you weren't the one that can't fuck all night. I didn't say that was you. Why are you taking it so personal? And that's what you women, you guys gaslight like a motherfucker, especially when it has to do with y'all being wrong and you are obviously fucking wrong. It's like, well, no, like, what do you mean? And then you make us sound crazy.
It's a gift.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a gift that we have.
Yeah. Like, and I feel like for her to go on public platform and do that, she's the kind of girl that's going to respond like that.
Okay, well then it's up to, he's got to dig deep into his soul and make a decision. That's what it comes down to. And my thought is he's going to stay in the relationship. I don't know. I need to know who this girl is. I need to know what she looks like, what she's working with, those kinds of things. Because don't be no punk and settle yourself.
It's true.
Maybe there's an understanding.
Is there? He wouldn't be
you don't want to be a punk.
DMs.
But sometimes you can't help who you love, right?
See, and then, you know, he says stuff like this and then he looks directly into my eyes and I know.
No, come on.
He's doing the same thing she did.
Come on.
You can't help who you love.
Come on.
They might be totally fucked up.
Nah, but I'm just saying, because relationships can be tough and they can start off a little jacked up sometimes, but this doesn't mean it's over for them. They're engaged for a reason. So obviously there's a little something there, I would think.
She just made a mistake, a lapse in judgment.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. After the conversation, like we said,
everybody has access to,
that they need to have, if things don't correct themselves over a period of time, then you know what's up. Then the disrespect is still there. The really not being halfway in the relationship, halfway out. You're there, but you're really thinking about this and you're thinking about the 6'4".
Maybe we're making a way bigger deal out of this than what it is, because we've just got one side of the story.
This gentleman reached out to us.
He could be in his motherfucking feelings right now.
This gentleman reached out to us.
He could be in his fucking feelings.
Making a big deal.
He could be taking this a little too fucking personal. We're over here like,
too. Men have feelings too.
Fuck this bitch.
Men
and I don't
have feelings
know.
too. So Now, if she comes back next week and
I don't think you should give us these types of feelings because I don't have any.
Oh my God! So if we don't show our feelings, we not right. And then when we do become vulnerable and reach out for help, it's not right.
Yeah, but then we're over here dragging somebody, and I'm like, is that the right thing to do? Is to drag her? In my head, yes, but maybe not.
He did say, though, that she made a big freak out over his slight ED issues in the beginning of their relationship. That should have been a red flag there. Instead of being what the fuck's wrong with you? What's wrong with your dick? Well, it's like, how can I help you? What can we do to fix it? Can we, if you really love somebody, you really care about somebody, maybe I'm just brutally just fucking.
Well, maybe that was in the beginning. And in the beginning, you're probably not like, if we were dating and he had some ED issues, I probably would not be like, so how can I help you?
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, hey, this. I would
kind of gotta be realistic.
You wouldn't be together right now, right? If he had ED issues, you probably would have been like, this ain't gonna work, right?
So he must be giving her something that she was lacking from all of the non-ED 6'4" financially stable dudes.
But what I was saying is
stupid.
She's still there is what I said.
Because remember, he's a nerd, so they have to be dumb.
She's still there. So for her, there's still something there about him. He's nerdy, but he's attractive. He's good looking. He probably treats her well.
This sounds like Beauty and the Beast, but there was something there that
get over your ED.
Before. Okay, sorry.
We got it fixed. So that's a big thing. No, I feel like that can be a big thing in a relationship. So she may be scarred by that and have some trauma from that.
Stuck by
but she's still with him,
Kel.
right? So she does get a asterisk on her side of the
you give her an asterisk
board, a point.
She's still with him because she knew that man wasn't gonna go nowhere. And she knew that he wasn't going to shit on her.
She's going to be unhappy.
They might have to open that thing up. And they might have to open it up.
He'll be unhappy. They'll be divorced. That's it. End of story. It's not my life. It's theirs.
They might want to open it up.
Yeah, I feel like people that are in those kind of relationships, they have that complex of like, well, like you guys said, if I try to go after what it is I really want, they're not really gonna want me. So I'm gonna dumb down a little bit. Go with this over here because he's actually hella nice to me, and I know he ain't gonna cheat on me.
Marriage material,
right?
Marriage material, and then there's
well, there's something wrong with her too. I don't know. Again, you got to dig deep in your soul and reevaluate yourself and who you are, because this is a clout chasing. I don't know.
But if that's her, how? We can judge it, but some people are just that's them, and they're not really satisfied with. Let me see.
These are the types of people that make the world go round.
That's true. Everybody's not the same, right? But that doesn't mean.
And who give us good things to talk about.
They need to be married or whatever. But sometimes it's just not a good fit. They're working at it. They're still together. The gentleman reached out to us, so that's why, like, I'm pouring my heart into this. I'm invested. I want to help this young man out, and I even want to help the young lady out. Man, I love to see couples. What the fuck? Win. I'm a relationship dude, and
are you fucking Dr. Phil right now?
I could be.
Like,
I actually
God.
could be better than Dr. Phil because I'm not a TV show that's trying to get people to listen.
You're pouring your heart out?
Facts, yeah. I want to help this young man. I want to help him. He reached out to us, so who am I?
I'm not sure if we're helping anybody in this situation.
I'm here to help. That's my motivation.
Because we can talk till we're blue in the face. There's a little thing that we've been talking about called free will. He's still going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
That's true, but we're just giving him tidbits and we're giving him things that he can work with. We can
influence. He reached out to us, so he obviously wants our influence.
Right. So, okay,
yeah.
well, okay. Well, I'm sorry, sir, that happened to you. I am.
I'm going to end it with this. Look, the moment I would have found out at the beginning that you was running around ball players and getting flued out, I'd have been like, oh, I know what you're about. I'm good.
She's reformed,
She can be reformed, Kel.
I don't want a reformed hoe. I'm cool.
Man or female, that's everybody has a history. But if you tend to dip back and act like that's what you really want, is what the female is really saying, right? That's her fantasy. That's her, like, if she had the choice, that's what she would do. But I'm with this guy. That's making it uncomfortable. If you're reformed and you're no longer for the streets, act like it, talk like it, and be about it. Don't continue to say, oh, well, I had to settle because I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. Let's be adults about it. Let's be mature about it, and let's get to the next step. So, like I said, I'm in this. I'm invested.
You're
in
invested,
this.
I guess.
I'm here.
He's like,
Hey, this dude actually, though, he just might be happy that he just has a really good looking girlfriend.
how do we know she's good looking? That's what I said. You've got to know these things.
I'm just saying. Let's say she's good looking.
So much that goes
And
into
maybe
this.
he feels
I
like.
don't think it matters.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
it
saying
is.
maybe she's really good looking, and
Yes,
in
it
his
does.
head, he's like, "Wow, this is the best I could do. She's really, really hot. I'ma just like this sucks, but like
It's
I
not
want
gonna
this to
go
work
well,
because I don't think
though.
I can do better than this."
It's not going to work.
I don't know. Just throwing
It's
that
not
out.
going to work. You got
Yeah.
two people with opposed. It's not going to work.
It's surface
Hopefully
level,
that's not
though.
the case.
It's surface. It's surface on both sides. If the guy is like, yeah, she looks good. I think I got me an IG model. I got to lock this down. Even if she really don't want me, I got to get what I can get, man. I got to take this. And that's unfortunate.
I don't know.
That's unfortunate. Then on the other side, it's the same type of thing. You know,
She did the same thing.
I know, yeah. I really want to be out here, but this guy's a good guy. He's going to treat me right. He's marriage material, so I need to
I
need to make sure I keep him on my hip. That's tough.
I think it could work, but I think it's
could.
rare when it works, when
It's
you come in
rare.
with that type of attitude. And he's going to be very hurt.
Know your worth, young man. Know your worth.
That's real. That's facts.
Speaking straight to him into the camera. That's why I was like, yeah, know your worth.
Right. And know your worth, young woman. If you think you're worth NBA 6'4", fuck all
Somebody will get
night,
her.
you better try again.
Somebody will keep her.
Hey, she just got to understand that, to get that spot, the nigga might have to put her through it. And she has to see if she's built for it. That's all.
She is. It sounds like she's built for it. He could have 2 or 3, but she'll be loyal to the soil and be right there.
Sometimes you got to put him through it to show him I ain't fucking around. So that's another option too.
Well, this was some great insight, guys. I think this was great. I thought
it
it was a good episode. I thought it was
a good
great.
show.
I don't know if I like this
That was good.
idea.
I like the show.
We're ruining people's
Send in
lives.
your emails and your DMs and let's talk about it. Let's get to it, man. I like it. I like to help people.
You think we help somebody?
Yeah, we're just giving them
Yeah,
something
we
to
did.
think about. A
Jess,
different
you're the one that said it
perspective.
last episode. Yeah,
I
you were the one that
know.
have 3 non-professionals do it, and look what
That's
we did.
right.
3
We are
non-professionals.
not-
3 real people, though. We done been through
Yeah.
life, and we coming up on
We ain't been
15 years of marriage. So, yeah, we've done been through everything.
through. Well, close, except for I haven't gone on a platform and said, "Hey."
We still got time. Never say never. Shit.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, Truly Unruly, Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Like Marcus said, you can send all of your questions to us, and we will answer them, and we will keep them completely anonymous. You can DM us at trulyunruly_podcast on IG, or you can email us at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com. Or at Gmail. Yeah, at gmail.com. I got that right. So, yeah, send your questions. We'll be more than happy to 3 non-professionals answer your questions. And if you want to listen to us, download us and listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform and catch the visual on YouTube. Just search Truly Unruly or just search Marcus Trufant and catch us every Sunday on Converge. Cool. Got it?
Yep.
Boom.
Good.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace and much love.